Okay, so some excursions are better than others. We went with the Cruzan Cowgirls to go and do some horse riding over at Rainbow Beach. Now this was an incredible excursion, and it's probably the best one on St. Croix for in my opinion, and that is simply because after you go through sort of like a normal roundabout walk in a surrounding rainforest, they'll take you down to the beach and they'll let you ride your horse into the water. Now this is the only time out of all the horse riding excursions that I have done that they let novice and intermediate riders go and do something like this. It has been my favorite horse riding experience in the Caribbean. And if you can just imagine, you're, almost hip deep in the water riding this horse, and then you turn around and you have this amazing sunset that that you can experience. Let's go ahead and start talking about Frederiksted Pier a little bit. Basically, this is an amazing location to go and snorkel. You can also go and do some day diving as well as night diving. I think there's about 3 different dive shops in that area, so certainly go ahead and do your walking around, shopping around to make sure you're getting the rates you want. I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and get your snorkeling gear there as well, so just go ahead and check out the prices. Now, with it being a shore entry, the pier is right there. You swim out just a little bit, and the piers themselves make for these really rich environments for all kinds of marine life to kind of grow on and be around. We certainly saw our fair share of unique things with a few sea turtle as well as an octopus when I was diving a little bit further down the pier. So absolutely make sure that this is a destination that is on your list. You will regret it if you don't go. So while we are talking about Frederiksted, let's go ahead and talk about some food options that are there. So first off, we went to Louie and Nacho's beach bar. This is a really great location. Once again, you can go and get a great view to see the sunset. Also, if you're looking for another destination that is more of a party spot, you might try out the Fred. It certainly seemed to have the most potential for like a party atmosphere or some good nightlife. And if you want to try something that is a little bit more upscale, you can go just south of Frederiksted to the Beachside Cafe and Sand Castle on the beach. This again had an incredible patio, some great views of the sunset and the ocean, just a really relaxing place that you can go and enjoy a good meal and some pretty decent cocktails. Now, if it's a little bit earlier in the day and you want some coffee or a smoothie, you can go ahead and hit up Polly's at the pier. That was a good location for us just to get some refreshments after we had been doing some snorkeling and diving. Okay, so I know I'm moving super quickly, so feel free to go and rewind, but also go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so that you can keep up and support this type of creative content. It's greatly appreciated. So our next excursion here in St. Croix is visiting Buch Island. This is an amazing excursion that you must add on your list of things to do while you're here. We came here with the Caribbean Sea Adventures catamaran. It is a 14-person cat where you can, they take you out and you're going to do some snorkeling. They're going to take you to the beach where you can set up and just relax, enjoy the sun, or you can go through and do a hike if you really want to while you're here. So absolutely, this has to be on your list of things to do while you're here in St. Croix. It happens to be one of the highlights for our trip here because on the snorkeling excursion we saw this amazing shark, and they also took us on a guided tour around the reef. So definitely worthwhile, worth the expense, and add it to your list of things to do while you're here.
All right, let's go ahead and switch our attention back to Christiansted for a little bit of restaurants as well as some other activities to do. Let's go ahead and start with the Mill Boardwalk Bar Brick Oven Pizza. Blah. Try and say that once you're leaving the place. It is a great location to go to. It's an outdoor seating. The pizza is great. The food's very good. And it's just nice to be able to walk along the boardwalk at night, sort of just enjoy your time. Definitely one must for visiting St. Croix. Now, directly adjacent to that, you can find the Brew St. Croix, or STX. Another great location,
Often they'll have a live band playing, so you get a bit of that live band feel. And again, good food, really relaxed atmosphere. This one does have indoor dining, so that's good. And once again, enjoyable place just to go and walk along the boardwalk and just pull in for a drink or two and just enjoy your time. So, as I have made abundantly clear, going down to visit the boardwalk and just walk along there during the day, afternoon, or evening is really just another activity in and of itself. There's some great views. If you like some photography, that's certainly a place that you can go and do that. And just enjoy seeing what Christiansted is all about. Alright, and if you're looking for a good dessert place or a place to stop off and cool down during the day, you can go to the Cream & Co. ice cream shop. That was also a good stop for us once we went and visited Buch Island. Now, if you are more of a breakfast person, a really popular place to go to is the Toast Diner. This is a relatively small location with really delicious food, and you probably want to get there a little bit early so that you can make sure that you can get some seating, or else you'll have to wait around for a little bit, but believe me, it's worth it. Next, let us take a look at an activity which is really awesome, and that is parasailing. You can do that through the Caribbean Sea Adventures, and I think it's about $105 per person, and they'll go ahead and take you out. And parasailing is really one of those things where you get a great view of Christiansted. You can also get a great view of Buch Island, and just one of those activities that if you haven't checked it off your bucket list, this is a great location to go ahead and do that. And next we have Isaac Bay Beach. This is a really unique beach because it is the most eastward one for the entire United States. It is as far east as you can go. So be sure to take some time, go and visit this location, go get some good pictures. There's a sundial there as well. And in order to get to the beach, you'll go ahead and it's about, I think, a half a mile hike down, and you can go set up on the beach. You want to be careful because this beach actually has a lot of thorns in the area. So if you don't have good shoes, you're going to definitely know it. And the snorkeling is relatively good, but just know that it's typically an onshore wind, so it is going to have a little bit more sediment in the water. And while we are talking about this area, let's go ahead and bring up that there are two hikes. You have the Jack and Isaac Bay Preserve Trailhead, as well as the Goat Hill hike. And I think that they come up to be about 3.5 to 5 miles of hiking. So definitely one to keep in mind when you're going to this area as well. Just a quick reminder that if you are liking this content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can keep up with these videos as I create them for this channel. And thanks very much. It's important to note here that all beaches on St. Croix are public. Now, if you want some good amenities, one thing you can do is find a resort that has a beach, and you can actually have a bar and restrooms, as well as a little bit more of an isolated location. The beach that we went to was Buccaneer Beach, and this is located on the Buccaneer Hotel Resort, and it really was quite nice when we got there. Snorkeling was not that good, so save this for a day that you just want to go and kind of veg out by the water and just enjoy your time. Seeing as you are in the Caribbean, make sure that you got a location that is walking distance from a beach, as well as some bars and things like that that can really enhance your experience while you're there. Next, we have Cane Bay Beach. Now, this is a good beach. There is some amenities here. We do have 2 dive shops, and there are also 2 restaurants. We went through and ate at the Landing Beach Bar at Cane Bay, and this one was really nice because it had a bar that overlooked the ocean, and you could also have some seating that overlooked the ocean as well. Definitely a place to go and get a good cocktail and sort of your lunch as you're spending your day at the beach. There is not going to be any beach chairs, so you want to go ahead and bring your own. This is a great location to spend time in the water. Go and do a lot of snorkeling around here. There's a lot to go and see. Parking is limited and there is no security, so make sure you go ahead and secure your valuables. This next beach is pretty interesting, and that is Rainbow Beach. This is definitely one where you can go and get your sunset views. There is actually also horse riding that you can do for sunset beach rides, so that's what makes this location particularly special. If you're really wanting to get away from any other tourists, you can go ahead and head up to West Beach. There are not going to be any amenities. The snorkeling in this area is okay, and just make sure to pack everything that you need into your vehicle. You might have to walk a ways from your vehicle, so make sure you go ahead and secure your valuables as well. Now, this did end up being one of the most unique snorkeling experiences we had because there was a giant school of fish in the water while we were there. It was so big that one could swim underneath it and get completely lost. It was a truly incredible experience. Next up, we have a beach that's very similar, and that is Davis Beach, which is located on the Carambola Beach Resort of St. Croix. Now, this destination, you have to park outside of the resort, and you just go ahead and walk through security. There is some clear signage as to how to get down to the beach for those who are not actually staying at the resort. If you happen to see flags sticking out of the sand, those are going to be turtle nests. So go ahead and leave them be, just make your plans around them accordingly. Now, something really cool to combine with this beach is the Annalay Bay and Carambola tidal pools. This is a really popular destination, and here is what our experience was like. So here we are, we're visiting the tidal pools here in St. Croix. And what a destination this is. It includes about a 2.5 mile hike to get out here, and your final destination is going to be a couple of these like tidal pools that are going to be really awesome to just go ahead and hop in. Very often with the higher tides, the waves will crash over, and that's just a really good experience. Could probably get some really good pictures of it. While we're here right now, there is no waves breaking over. That's how I'm able to make this video. And one thing you want to be careful of is make sure that you bring a good pair of shoes that are not going to get tore up by these razor sharp rocks. So we've been able to move around here, but only if you really have a good set of shoes can you walk around easily. So be careful, be safe about this destination. You can climb here and stuff, but you just want to make sure you don't fall so nothing bad happens. There is a cliff here which you can go ahead and climb up. You get some great pictures from below. If you have a drone, you can get some really epic shots. If you want to bring your snorkel gear here, there is a beach that you can enter in. You can go and swim in front of the tidal pools, and then you can also go and swim out and see some coral a little bit further out. So absolutely awesome. And just to interrupt myself a little bit, in order to park here, you're going to go ahead and drive past the Carambola employee parking and drive up the hill a little further to park near the trailhead, as it is called out on Google. So one of the things that I would have liked to have gotten around to doing was going to go and visit Fort Christiansted. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but there is a fort there, and forts are cool, so you should definitely add that to your list as well. I wish we had done so, and that probably would have been our final stop had we had just one more day. Okay, so when I say that St. Croix is one of the hidden gems of the Caribbean, these are some of the reasons why. And I certainly hope that if you have found this video informative and useful in planning a trip, that you will go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell, and we'll keep you updated on the next travel adventure. Thank you very much. Have a great day.